what's good, y'all? I know it's been a minute. As you guys can see, I am down $155 this week. I only took 2 trades this week. And the reason why I haven't been dropping the video on the days that I took these trades is because I tried to restore my Mac, but it ended up not being able to download Mac OS because my internet is dookie cheeks. Let's get right into why I took these trades. So here's the 2 trades that I took. It was US 500 and Euro USD. As you guys can see, Euro USD took a $149 loss, and with the US 500 is basically break even. So break even and 1 loss this week. Down $150. It's a lot for a 10K account. I am increasing my risk tolerance. I'm risking 1.5% of the account, but I have 2 10K swing Alpha Capital accounts. And on the only other one, as you guys can see, bro, it's his second one. Oh, there we go. I'm only down 10,000. Well, I said down. I'm up 56 cents, right? So I'm a little bit in profit. You know, I'm a profitable trader. You know what I'm saying? But nah, let's get right into the trades. So here's the first trade that I took. Break-even trade. You can see there was 2 executions here. I basically count that as 1. I've only been taking 1 trade a day. Here's the X's right here. And let's get into the reasons why I took this trade and why it ended up being break even. When you look at ES's daily chart, this was the day that I was taking sells off of, and I was expecting this candle to go to the previous daily low, which it did. Why was I not able to participate in that move? How did I hit out at break even? We're gonna get right into that on the lower time frames, but I'm basically going based off of this daily fair value gap and it rejecting it off of it the previous day, and I'm not expecting price to expand all the way to these highs, right? Because we're at equilibrium of this consolidation. Going straight to the 5-minute chart, there was Asia accumulation, London manipulation, and we dropped lower. We came right back up, hit the monthly open gap around 10 o'clock, and we're taking out 7 o'clock high, right? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we're gonna go to this Asia low down here in previous daily low. This is an obvious target. Going to the 1-minute time frame. And as soon as we stabbed up into that previous monthly open gap, and then we had that displacement below this down close candle, I'm like, oh, bro, we're going for the 930 lows, right? I'm like, okay, we got to be going there, right? Obvious draw. When we take out the 7 o'clock highs here, and then, bro, we have a fair value gap. Like, I got the breaker marked out, but we have a fair value gap, and that's where I took my entries right in there with my stops at the high and then my targets. Boom. Simple, right? It didn't even have to get to the previous daily low. All I had to do was get to this 930 low, right? So aiming for a 1 to 2. We hit this right away, and then we start dropping. We drop lower. We start breaking down below this low, right? As soon as we close below this low right here, I ended up moving my stops above this candle's high. So my stop loss is right here. We started retracing, right? I'm thinking it's gonna hold this down close candle right here like a breaker, and then start holding, going lower, because fractally this is like a breaker. It took out this high. We have a down close candle. Boom, right? We run that. Take me out for about 40. Hold on, how much was it? Yeah, I can't click on it. Okay, boom. Took me out for a $40 loss. So as soon as we started coming up here, I'm seeing it reject the mean threshold of this candle. Like, it's not. I feel like the trade was still valid, right? The trade could still go lower, and I just got hit out a little too early. So what I did was I re-entered up here as it was rejecting the mean threshold. I'm only risking the $100, right? So that way my max risk for the day is 1.5%, $150, right? So at this time, bro, I'm comfortable with losing 100. I could have walked away with that $40 loss, right? It would have been fine, but I was comfortable risking that $100. So I held through all of this. It started dropping right at the macro. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking the 1050 to 1110 macro is gonna start pushing price lower, and we're gonna start running to this low. Boom. Guess what, bro? We start closing in this fair value gap, and as I was in profit, I wanted to see this stay unfilled and then start running for this low, right, and all of these lows right here. But it came back, hit me out for like a $39 win, right, because I had a $38 trailing. Hit me out, bro, and it started dropping again. I didn't care. I got off. I was done. I was trading on the iPad too, so I'm like, I'm done. I'm done for the day. Boom. That's my one trade. Solid, right? I'll end this day at a good note, being break even. I didn't have to make profit this day. Look what played out, right? I didn't see this happen, but it would have played out if I would have left my stop above this high. And if I had my stop above this high, it probably would have knocked me out maybe like $50, $60 loss that day. But I would rather just be break even, and it held that instead. And you know what I mean? But it was a high resistance day, bro. I think I did my job managing my risk, even though I missed out on this, which I didn't know until now. I don't care, right? Because that's where I have to train my mind to, that executing off of my plan, managing my risk is all I need to do, right, for that day. Green day, red day, that's where I have to stay with my mindset. So going into Friday, I wasn't able to get into these buys, bro. It hit previous daily. It ran up to the previous daily high too fast, bro. I was gonna try to get into this move here, right, somewhere in here, but it ran up to the previous daily high. And I was waiting for that I was waiting for that 10 o'clock news. I didn't want to position myself within that 10 o'clock news, but I saw a great opportunity with Euro USD, which is Euro futures. My second trade was based off of Euro USD taking out this previous daily low, and it ran into a daily order block with this down close candle. And then Euro USD took out the previous daily low, but GU didn't, bruh. Going down to the hourly time frame, what we did was we ran up into a premium in this FEG, ran above this high, and then we came back. We have an inversion FEG right here, and then we have the monthly open, old monthly open gap right here. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame. At 10 o'clock, I was willing to trade because it was after the news, right? Going down to the 1-minute time frame, we have 930 low. So we didn't run out that 938 low, but on GU, it ran out that 939 low. So after we started getting that displacement higher, I tried my first buy. I tried to get into it right here, right here as it retraced. If it would have retraced right into there, this was my first trade, right? So I wanted that stops below here. It did not come back into that FEG and tag me in. It started running up higher, created another fair value gap. I missed this buying opportunity right here. And then it left relative equal highs at the previous daily high. Look how it did not get even close to it, right? So as price started to run right back down and retrace back down, I took my entry there when my stops below here, because I'm expecting price not to come back through this fair value gap. And then when you go to the 5-minute, you have this huge wick right here. So you had consequent encroachment of that wick there, and then this one right here where it was like it went higher and then came back down, and then you have this huge displacement higher right back through it. So I didn't want to see CE of that get traded back into it. So it went into my buy limit, and then it went into a little bit of profit, came back down, was kind of consolidating a bit, and then we started to run through this down close candle. I wanted to see this down close candle stay intact, but I didn't want to start moving my stops. And it was coming into, I'm basically like, okay, it has about 1 more hour really before this shit should start really running, because by the time it start going into lunch, it's going to start consolidating, right? What it did was it dropped through this down close candle, did not hold this FEG. Now, in terms of risk management, it almost stopped me out, right? And then it started retracing back up. As soon as this retracement happened, bro, and we started coming into this range, and it was about halfway to my stop loss, and it's 12 o'clock, bro. I could have exited out with a $50, $40 loss instead of taking this full stop out. It came back down, it hit me out, but I could have got out a little bit earlier, but I took the full $150 loss, right? So that was the loss that I took. I was expecting it to run up to previous daily high again, but it didn't want to do that. I wanted to leave relative equal highs at the previous daily high. What can I tell you? This is another trade that I was very confident on. I was more confident on this one than the US $500 trade, because there was no SMTs on the US $500 trade. It didn't really even line up completely with my rules of execution with it happening to be SMT. I was just really, I was confident in the trade and I accepted the risk. It was a break even day, boom. But I was very confident on this one, but it just didn't play out. So this was the only trade that I took that day, and that was basically the second trade that I took for the week. So to be honest, even though I'm down $150 this week, mentally, execution wise, even though I was having problems with restoring Mac OS I still traded that day, I was still good. I was still able to accept the losses that I took. I was still able to accept the risks. My risk tolerance is higher now. I was able to accept that risk as well. And I think telling myself certain things every day before I start trading, like, you're going to execute your plan today. If it's a red or green day, I'm going to accept that as long as I'm executing based off of my trading plan. I don't have to make it back. Before I even start looking at the market, I am allowed to lose today. And I'm allowed to walk away with my winners today. That's all I tell myself every day. Right, whenever I go to the bathroom, I start brushing my teeth and shit, and I feel like it's been helping me so far, right? Because I already have discipline, but I just need to install it completely and not let those bad habits creep in, because I start having bad thinking. I start going back to that emotional thinking that my brain is wired to do based off of the past 6 years that I've been tilting and losing accounts. Yes, I've walked away with getting payouts and shit, but I still go back, like how you see other traders, right, on YouTube that are blowing accounts. They still had bad habits creep in, and they go off of them because they're wired to do that, right? So I'm trying to rewire my brain to where I can accept losses like I did this week and accept green days when they come, accept the day, because and follow and execute based off of my plan. And even if I make a mistake, right, one trade a day, non-negotiable, I'll walk away. If I'm down negative $150 for the day, it's a non-negotiable, I walk away. So that's what I've been telling myself, and talking to myself in the mirror is helping. It feels good to increase my risk tolerance, risking $150 and being okay with taking that loss. Right? It feels good to be able to walk away that day and know that I have self-control to not take another trade. It feels good to I don't like going on tilt. I don't like that feeling of hopelessness that you can't stop. I can't stop myself. I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of not having control over my emotions. I don't like the feeling of gambling. That's what I'm doing, bruh. Telling myself these things every day before I even step on the chart. And when it happens, bruh, I have to be aware that this is how I'm feeling, because I know when I'm feeling that way. And it's just having the will to remind yourself and tell yourself, as I'm feeling that way, that I'm feeling this way because I want validation. I'm feeling this way because I want to make more money, because it helps validate that I'm a good trader. That's why I'm feeling this way, when that's not what real trading is. Real trading is executing based off of your plan, your rules, and then following that and walking away after the outcome. Being okay with having a red day or a green day or no trade day. That's what real professional traders do. And when they make mistakes and when they take losses, their brain is wired to think that survival is good. Not in terms of going on tilt and surviving that day, because that's what our brains are wired to think, that type of survival is okay. No, survival and being safe, protecting your account by not trying to take any type of trade. You want to take the best trades because you want to be safe. You want to protect the capital, and not only take high quality setups, but not over leverage because I'm in my emotions. That doesn't protect my capital, bro. That's where I want to be and where I want to stay, right? Not get there, oh, I'm there, okay, now I could just break any any rule and enter any trade now and just do anything. No, I want to get there and I want to stay there with my mind. I want to continue to operate off of my safety system, not my threat system that's in my brain. Operating under safety is where my discipline comes. When I'm operating in my threat mode, threat system, that's where tilt comes, that's where FOMO comes, that's where all that bullshit comes from. So operating under my safety system is the only way I can survive with this trading shit. So that type of survival is good. I want to break the tilt. I want to break the feeling that I get that this is okay if I do this because I've done it before and I survived before. I want to break that and rewire myself to think that that is not good because it ends up blowing everything and losing everything. So I think I'm taking better steps in that direction. And as long as I could do this for a good month, then I will completely break this cycle of going on tilt. As long as I follow my rules and I follow this plan that I have to tell myself these things every day, what profitable traders do, how profitable traders think. If I tell myself these things, that I am these things every day, and I follow that, and I follow my non-negotiable, walk away after a loss, a negative $150 loss, walk away, non-negotiable, close the laptop. As long as I follow those things, bruh, everything that has been instilled for me the 6 years, the gambler, the scarcity mindset that I have, the all of that, bro, will be broken with trading. Where I don't go off of those impulses, I don't go off of that shit with trading. You feel me? So I know I'm talking hella long, but that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling good. I can't wait to continue to instill this discipline, right? I know that I don't have to trade every day. I could take 2, 3 good setups a week and just wait for those and I'll be straight, right? Increasing my risk because since I'm taking much more high probability setups and I'm cutting my trade frequency, I can increase my risk and handle that because when I'm trading a lot, I can't handle that type of high risk. But since I'm taking less trades, I can handle that type of risk, right? So we'll see. Right, but I know, bro. I know I can do it, right? So just pass these first phases whenever I will, right? Even if it's this month or next month, if this month is slow or I don't take that many trades, because February is kind of ass. It's been kind of dookie, you know. So March might be better, and we'll see what happens for this last week of February and see if I can walk away with not even passing the account, just maybe close, and then March I finish this shit out, bro. I'm not rushing it, right? There's nothing to rush. Execute, win or loss. Don't let short-term thinking stop me and continue to instill that long-term thinking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, sub to the motherfucking channel, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, peace. I'll see you guys later.